Hi everyone, it's Adil. I'm back. You're watching Adil's vlogs, this should be vlogs. So for today's video, we're gonna be talking about 10 tips for pre-dents / pre-meds in college, in undergrad, I guess you could say. So for me, I am a pre-dent. Yeah, so I'm pre-dental. I'm in my third year of college. So yeah, I'm pretty much all the way there, almost done. So yeah, so I am not pre-med, but I think these tips are applicable to both pre-dents and pre-meds. So yeah, so that's why I'm gonna be talking on the behalf of pre-meds as well. Number one, get to know your professors. So that's a big one. I highly recommend that. So getting to know your professors, like that is a big one. So getting to know your professors is super beneficial. Reason being, they are going to be writing your letter of recommendations. So having a good relationship with them is definitely for your benefit. I think for the most part that I do have good relations with professors. I'm gonna be asking them in a month or so for a letter of recommendation. So I hope for the best. Hopefully they'll write me good ones. Yeah. So their job is to help you succeed. So don't be afraid to go talk to them. And try to make sure that they know you. They have to get to know you, so that you write good, like, deep, meaningful letters for you when the time comes to apply. So yeah. Number two, shadowing. So if you really want to go into dentistry or medicine, and aren't like really sure, like if you're like 100% or like for sure wanting to go to dentistry, I definitely would recommend shadowing a doctor or a dentist, just to like 100% verify that you want to be a dentist. So yeah. So for some people it's kind of tricky trying to find dentists or doctors to shadow. So what I do is I go online and I'll look for the doctors in the nearby area. So for me, in my general area where I live, there's tons of doctors. So it's not that bad trying to find a doctor in shadow. Anyway, I go online, I check the times that they're open, and then I correlate that with my schedule for the semester. If it fits, then it fits, and I'm able to go ask them. I can ask them, or I'll call them, and initially I'll ask, so do you allow students to shadow your doctor? If they say yes, then I move forward. I introduce myself, I tell them who I am. So my name is Adil Shafiq. I'm a pre-dental student at such and such college. I'd like to come in such and such day, if that's alright. And if they say yes, and you're good to go. So this is specific for dentistry though. For pre-meds it might vary. I can't tell you 100%, but I think generally this is true for them as well. Number three. Okay, so volunteering and extracurriculars. So for this, there's a tons of options that you can do for this one. There's a giant pool of different activities that one can like participate in. I generally would say that if you want, since as a pre-med, that for the most part, if you want to be a dentist or a medical professional, you really do need to volunteer for something that's meaningful to you. So my suggestion would be to take part in things that you enjoy on your own, that you enjoy and want to take part in. So for me, I am involved in Habitat for Humanities. I'm part of Psych Club. I'm part of Student Government Association. So these are some of the things that I take part in. In addition, being a member of these clubs, I highly recommend taking like a leadership role. It does look really good on your application, so definitely take part in that. Also, as a pre-dent, I would recommend taking part in those activities that maybe you haven't experienced before. Try to give you like some diversity in your application when you do apply, just to say like, oh, I did something just this isn't what the average Joe may have done, and that would like maybe give you a little bit of an edge, I would say. So number 4, grind, study hard, and put in the extra hour. So these are things that I think most freshmen, when they come to college, they kind of like underestimate how hard they have to work as a pre-med or pre-dent. They're like, oh, I'm here, I just have to do average to get in whatever I want to do. That is not the case. If that was the case, then I wouldn't be as tired as I am every day. So yeah. So as a pre-professional health professional, or as a pre-professional undergraduate student, it's super competitive getting into a professional school. It's especially for a pre-med and a pre-dental or a pre-dent student, it's extremely difficult. It's super competitive. You do have to make yourself look better than others. So there's tons of applicants. In order for one to stand out, they need volunteers, extracurriculars, all that, shadowing, like great experiences. But one thing that is foundational that one should ultimately have is a great GPA. This is going to apply, but it's still beneficial to reinforce. So some people, they just don't realize until later on, and I hope they're watching this video and they'll pick it up sooner than later. Number 5, stay motivated. I know that everybody gets drained, and sometimes people end up going on YouTube for 3 hours, and that's how they find me. So while I'm studying, I try to keep stuff nearby that reinforces the topic going on right now. So some things that I like try to keep nearby are like pre-dental things that are like, oh the tooth, that's kind of cool. Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing today. I'm studying for some pre-dental thing, or the DAT maybe. That's probably one thing that's super reinforceful. Oh, I do have a whiteboard that I write like inspirational things on that help me remember what I'm doing. Also, in addition to like all this other stuff that I'm pointing out, I end up just going to like little quiet areas that are super easy to focus in, and help me keep track of the things at hand. Studying at home is very difficult. It's really hard to like keep track of everything that's going on, so I tried not to do study at home. I don't know, it's just my home environment. It's pretty loud. Number 6, do your research. So each school has some specific things that they want their applicants to do or know or have prior to have as prerequisites. So some of the schools that I want to apply to, they want us to take this course, and some other school may not want to. So microbiology, this is a course that some schools, they have it as optional, they have it as recommended, or some may have it as required. So knowing these two things, or being aware of these things, looking at the different schools, if you didn't know that microbiology was required for the school and you really wanted to go to the school, you like toured it and everything, and you didn't realize that, that's gonna hurt your application. It's not gonna be helpful, not at all. So definitely do your research, look in the schools that you really want to go to, look at their GPA, look at their last night, look at their like class profile, who got in, who did not get in. Their frequently asked questions are called FAQs, FAQs, so definitely look at those. Yeah, so super important, really important. Definitely look into that. I highly recommend it. Number 7, hang with people with similar goals. So as a pre-dent, I tried to hang out with other pre-dental students that are in my year or my courses that are generally on the same track that I am. In addition, I try to hang out with pre-dents that are, a couple years older than me, that are applying or have applied, and try to get their understanding of how the process goes, anything that I should be aware of, anything that's important, that's relevant, that I should definitely look into, Doing so will help you stay focused and abstain from things that are like, you know, that could hinder your like progress towards getting into dental school, because like, or medical school, or just say professional school in general. So definitely looking into that. Try to do that as soon as possible. Try to get friends that are on the same track as you, because that's in the end goal. So like a couple years, you'll still have those friends. Yeah. Also, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have friends that aren't pre-dent or are pre-med, because you can. I'm just saying that you should have some friends that are on the same track as you. That way you stay focused. 8. So don't wait until last minute. So what I mean by this is, so some people for assignments or like for the DAT or the MCAT per se, they wait until like the very end to start studying, to sign up for the thing or apply to professional school. These are big no-nos. I highly recommend abstraining from doing these things. I recommend applying as early as one can do, taking the DAT as soon as possible, the MCAT as soon as possible, making sure everything's done beforehand. That way you don't have to freak out last minute. That can definitely hurt somebody in the long run. So yeah, practice your interviews beforehand. Assignment wise, even for classes, getting those done beforehand. That way you have other time to do things that are maybe important that you might not be able to do. So yeah, definitely keeping track of those is key, essential. Definitely do that. I don't have a number 9, so I'm just gonna skip it. Number 10 is don't stress out too much. Try to find times to relax and recuperate. So this may be through YouTube, this may be through your extracurriculars, whatever that may be. This is one tip that I myself have trouble with. I end up overreacting, stressing out too quickly. So to relax, I try to watch YouTube videos. I make YouTube videos, so that helps. I try to get involved in my extracurriculars through a student government association, or you know, or Habitat for Humanity. I do play tennis and soccer, so that does help me relax sometimes. Or it does help me relax. Sorry. Yeah, I just like spending time with family and friends and stuff like that. Those are the ways that I relax. So I hope the best for everyone that's applying to med school or dental school, and I hope that you guys stay positive, grind hard, and work hard. For the undergrads that are just starting, or for the freshmen that are starting, or the sophomores that are still in undergrad, stay positive, grind hard. Your time will come. Good luck. This is DOCV signing out. Hope you guys enjoyed. Alright.